Welcome to Globe, Arizona, home of the historic Elk'S Lodge. Join Chris and I as we delve into the stories and great beyond of the world's reportedly tallest three-story building.
All right, so we are now here at the front of the building. We are here with Molly. She is the owner. She is going to be taking us in a tour and a walkthrough and tell us some of the hauntings and talk about the building.
All right, let's show you the 1910 historic Elk'S Lodge in Globe, Arizona. Back in the day, this would have been open to outside because it was a vaudeville theater, and this would have been open to the outside, but it would have had a cover like this. And as we get in, you can see the angles of the ceiling. But this was a theater house. It's at 400 people on this ground level. And then this little door, which we'll see as we're going around, took people up to, there was a 100-seat balcony up here, and it was also where the projector room was and the equipment was at the time. This we have found through digging was a cigar bar. And there was, he married one of the actresses, and he was super jealous, and he murdered her. But not in the building, yeah.
I was just going to ask that. You were already waiting for me to ask
Yeah. So yeah, this was 1910. It was the Iris Theater, and then it became the Elk'S Theater. And so this wasn't a bar at the time. And as you go back and around, you can go behind the bar as you're in here, and you can look up. But this was a slanted floor, and the theater would have been down below into the basement. So at about 1920, in the early 20s, they raised the floor and they made it a dance hall. And then in 1927, they decided they wanted to bring on a tenant. So they converted it and brought in the mortuary, F.L. Jones and Company, which had been operating by the old jail and courthouse and had dealt with everything from the Spanish flu to you name it in town. And they moved all the embalming equipment and everything downstairs. We have all the records from the newspaper,
wow.
Assuring the public that they would be back to business immediately. And this became a funeral parlor. And back where the bathrooms are now were viewing rooms. So it was never designed as a funeral home, but they figured out how to take the bricks out of the side of the building, and they would crank them up with a manual crank.
Wow.
And then slide them in so the families could view them, and then take the bodies back out and then back down to the basement storage. So this was a mortuary until 1947,
wow.
And the family decided to go out of business at that time. The son was the second caretaker of it, and he was only doing it to make his dad proud, and he wanted to go do his own thing. So at that time, they turned it into a bar. So that's really what we brought it back to in colors, was the 1947 bar. And then in the early 60s, we'll see the other side as we're walking around. But they added on that section and pretty much closed off the entire upstairs. And when we got it, all the pigeons, decades of pigeons. I think you'll be excited to buy upstairs too.
I'm waiting for that. I'm excited for it.
Part here, so this essentially was the 1962 side. They built it. They had all the subway, state-of-the-art air system and everything in here. And this is where they held big dinners and dances and weddings and everything. This side has its own life. That side is the 1910 side, and there's definitely a difference between both sides and the activity on both sides.
That is so cool. It's like
they're
you have a
connected.
time machine
Exactly,
almost.
you do.
What's the best part? What do you think is like the crazy
The creepiest part?
basement?
Let's get upstairs while there's still light outside.
Yeah.
Most of the teams have been focusing upstairs so far, but it's new to us. We've only had it a few years, and we've been pretty selective who comes in. This little half room, which was that balcony, which at some point, this was just the wall, so they've opened all this up and made it into an office. But the little original stair room that we saw from the bar was right back here. It's got all the historic windows and everything in it. But this room was hazmat growth, and it was super active, and it's now calm. I think the remodeling helped. So you'll kind of get, it has all these huge doors. So this is where they had events and the like. And this has been pretty calm so far. Even the workmen have said this is pretty calm. It was all gambling tables, craps tables, and things that we couldn't salvage because of the years of the birds.
It was so ruined.
Yeah, but they obviously played all the gambling type games up here. This section over here was where they served all the food and the like for big events. So they had a little kitchenette and a serve through. We've taken out all the old equipment and the like, but this was all wood paneled, but again, for cleanliness and all the rest, the walls have been skimmed and cleaned and painted. So it was so dark, not just color, it was dark in here when we first got here, but it's getting there. Okay, we'll keep going up. From what we understand with upstairs, there was no women allowed. Unless it was a special, if there was a special award happening or something like that. But for the most part, women could stay here or on the bottom floor, but they couldn't go up to
Was
the
it like
men's.
a men's club? Or? Oh, okay.
Yeah, the lodge business. So, you ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
Okay.
As you look down the stairway for reference, this was a very vertically large site to investigate, but it will never be too much for Chris and I.
This is where a lot of our teams have, again, the more we paint, the more we clean, the less angst there is. But this section had a lot of something going on. Seems to be better now.
Like activity, like paranormal activity?
Yeah.
Oh, it was.
Yeah. This kind of gives you a little bit of idea of the floor. The floor, everything was just, the windows were out. It's quite amazing.
Oh, this is so cool. This is neat.
So this was the lodge room. All the furniture is original. And this is where they did all their things. The nice thing is the furniture isn't attached, so it can be moved around and the like. But in so saying, the furniture, our guy even cleaning all the furniture, there's energy. There's a lot of years here, and we've had a lot of pictures all through the decades of people doing lodge things that were here. And the lodge was all about time, right? And the clock. And so there's a very specific time related to the Elk'S. Almost every single one of our investigator teams, exactly at that time, everything goes nuts. The first team in here had all their equipment laid out, and it was still pigeony and pretty gross at that point. And when the time happened, every single piece of equipment went off.
That's
and
cool.
and the reason, like, they had one time every day that was to remember those who had departed and honor them, and it happened at that exact time.
Wow.
So that was pretty cool.
That's
to
neat.
us.
Yeah, that's really cool.
And I've had just like standing right here talking, this artifacts room or whatever they use for their ceremonies was standing open, and we were talking, and then it just slammed shut.
Oh, wow.
And it doesn't have a doorknob. Do you have questions while we're up here?
I was going to say, this looks like a courtroom.
It does, right? And I'll give you a picture of what it looked like during the day.
Okay, yeah.
But definitely that feel, very organized. Victor was the first exalted ruler, but everything that happened when it was still the Elk'S Lodge, paranormal-wise, that happened, everybody would just blame on Victor. All of these things, there's like creepy things, like that is a good example, and my box is missing, but it's sealed in. Like, so what year did they seal it in? I have no idea.
you guys find anything that was originally from the morgue down here, or was that all cleared out?
And you know what? Most of the stuff was left by the owner, so we haven't even cleaned it all out yet. We've had one of our guys going through it just to see, and the only thing that he found that was specific, which it was worth all the money we paid him, but he found the blueprints to the Elk'S cemetery.
Oh, wow.
Plots. So, and it was a shape that we didn't know because they ran out of room, and then all the sidewalks, they started putting people in the sidewalks, so they didn't even realize there was like a specific order to it to begin with. So this is where we're connecting to the older space. This was ripped out at some point. We have no idea when. It obviously was a wall. And then when you step right here, it's sturdy, but it gives, so don't panic. This door was against this when we got here, and we pulled it back. And this is another one of those rooms. This door has been the anomaly to us because of the shelves in there, and it's definitely old. And one of the signs that was up on it was 1905. It was a Budweiser sign. We gave it to one of the teams, but it.
That's weird. It's like a mail room.
Yeah, but I don't know.
That's weird.
So they stored the bodies down here somewhere. There's
this-
no photographs. So this is actually the end of the basement. This is the creepy part. The next door neighbors actually, they were having their building spiritually cleaned, and I guess the person doing the cleaning said there was all these people hanging on meat hooks at their building.
What?
And they were like, what the heck is that?
Yeah.
And she was asking us about it. And again, it was like, where'd they see that?
Yeah.
How'd they know that? The weird thing is, during the Spanish flu, this mortician wasn't at this location. He was at the location by the jail and the courthouse. And that was the only humane way they could think of, was to hang all the bodies so they wouldn't be stacked on the floor. And it was all the same equipment that moved over, but it was very strange to us. And we only knew that internally because, well, Tom's secretary of 50 years said her grandmother would wake up like screaming nightmares, even all the way as an old lady, because she would remember that. And the son of the mortician was courting her and said, want to see something cool?
Oh, yeah.
Brought her there as a teenager and then shut the door on her, and was pretty traumatic for her.
I could imagine it was.
So that was just a family story. It's not anything that was written down. And so we knew about it,
But how did they?
Exactly. And it was people that she brought in from out of town. And the fact that they read it here, you know, they're attached or right next to us through the alley, so that there was some sort of, they picked up on that. It was very odd to us, but you know, it's part of this too. So the brother came out west. His brother was a prospector, so had come out here for a purpose, and then the one that was killed, and then the brother came from New York to vindicate him and get him ready for burial and all the rest. We were looking up something else, and I had just flipped to the page Zimmerman. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna read about someone named Zimmerman, but Zimmerman hit, and I read it, and I'm like, what are the chances of this? What are the chances, right, that this just happened right now? But he was the first mortician. He buried the first one to be buried in Globe, which established our cemetery, which was this brother.
Wow.
And his mortuary was here as an adobe
crazy.
before it was torn down, and this was built on top of it.
Wow.
So Zimmerman also, he buried almost all of the first people in Tombstone. So he's famous for Tombstone, and then he moved back to Globe, and he ended up being the mortician who prepped and buried Jones, who ran this mortuary. And he would have met with the brother to prepare the body, and like everything that they came up with happened here, but it was the dirt, it wasn't the building. So yeah, that's the creepy cool of
This place has really got a lot for, like, it has so much history.
where exactly they have the bodies, we don't know yet. You know, no one's alive to tell us that they remember working here.
Thanks for taking us through. It was great.
Yeah,
I loved it.
Absolutely. Yeah, you'll like it at night. It's got
I
its
bet.
own. It's got its own life at night.
Knowing of who and what's been in and below this building, we tread on to reach out to anyone that may be listening.
All right, everybody. The sun has gone down. We've shut all the lights off upstairs. Now we are going to begin our investigation. Now I'm going to lock us in here. All right, everybody. Lights are out. Doors are locked. And we are ready to start our investigation. So to show you guys what we're working with, we're going to start it off simple. I have a basic K2 meter right here. And then I decided I would try something new. We've had one in the past, but this is a grid pen, very basic piece of paranormal equipment. It shines a big green grid in the hall or stairs, wherever you are, so you can see stuff cross in front of it. So right now, everybody knows this on my investigations. I like to start off with getting a feeling of how the building feels, walking around, see if we get any spikes, see if there's any activity, see if it's lively at all. So we're going to walk upstairs. I'm going to start calling out the spirits, trying to communicate with them, see if we get any communication. And if the communication is really good, we will pull out more equipment and try and get more responses. So we're going to walk upstairs right now. And remember, it's completely pitch black, so there's no light up here. So if I'm stumbling around, that's why. All right. My name is Chris. This is my investigator, Isaiah. Is there anybody in here? We heard that there were secretaries up here. The women would work in this room. Is there anybody up here that wants to communicate with me? If you want to communicate with me, can you give me a sign of your presence? It's so quiet in here. You could hear like a tack drop on the ground. Hello? Why does that sound like footsteps upstairs? Did you hear that?
These thumps were very clear, and there was no one above us. Could this have been one of the previous lodge attendees in the gambling or kitchen area?
Is there anybody in this room? Oh, look! Whoa. Whoa! Can you see that? Are you standing in front of me right now? This K2 meter is going off like crazy. If you're up here, I have a device in my hand. It allows me to communicate with you and see you. Can you walk in front of this device? Oh, there's chairs right here. Are they sitting in the chairs? Are you in this chair right now? It went off right here. Yeah, but it's gone now. See? Nothing. So there was something right here because we're not getting a single spike now. So this right now is what they called the half floor. Oh, did you see that? So we're going to go up to the second floor, see if we get anything. Watch out for that really steep step. Oh, look. Did you look at this? It's going off. Are you walking up the stairs? It's going off even. Oh, now it's done.
It's not spiking really high.
But it's spiking significantly enough to know.
Yeah, there's something there.
I feel like something's watching us up there. It's really weird.
Although Chris and I felt a heavy presence staring us down from the top floor, we went back to look at the footage, but no figures were visible to us. If you were able to see something, please comment below. We'd love outside input.
It's really weird. Hello?
Like it's making sure that we're not doing something
Yes.
we're supposed to.
Yeah. And remember she said that earlier about the woman that watches? Is there anybody in here? We know you've had a lot of people come here to communicate with you. If you guys want to make a loud noise or give us some sort of sign of your presence, we'd really appreciate it. See, and we're not... Look at that. Do you know what this device is in my right hand? So basically what I'm doing is I like to walk around and get like a baseline feel of the place, because I like to come in, introduce myself, they can get to know us, we can get to know them, see if they want to open up that line of communication. We heard this building was used as a funeral home. You guys want to talk to Isaiah? No. Oh, there, did you see that? I just moved it. Look at that, look at that. Yeah. Are you standing in front of me right now? Because I've had this in the same place and it didn't go off.
Yeah, it wasn't going off earlier.
Now look, there it goes.
Could this have been a response to Chris asking if they wanted to talk to me? The EMF detector spiked all the way to 3, and on top of that, there wasn't a reading in this area when we walked into the room. Shortly after, Chris gets the scent of perfume. Could this have been one of the secretary ladies?
Is there anyone in here?
Do you smell that? It smells like a perfume or a cologne or something. Oh, look! Look! She was telling us that the construction workers that work in here, they turn up their music really loud because they've had stuff happen to them while they've been renovating this building and they don't want contact with anything. So, oh my God. Wow. Are you standing in front of me right now? Oh my God, that went to red.
Are you trying to communicate with us?
Look, and just completely stops.
From the evidence we had already caught, we were so excited to get to the top floor because we kept feeling a presence from up there, and we wanted to see what it was coming from.
I feel it from upstairs.
I feel so much tension from the upstairs.
Like, it feels like a, what are you doing?
Yeah, it feels like it doesn't. All right, I'm coming upstairs. This is, dude, look at the K2 meter. It's spiking as we're walking up here. What was that? No, I heard a beep. This is, dude, look at the K2 meter. It's spiking as we're walking up here. What was that? We're walking up here. It sounded like one of my devices coming on. All right, we're just going to go straight in the room. Ready? Oh, and the door's shut.
All right, we're coming in.
Hold on. Let's do this. God, it feels so, the tension in here. You could cut it with a knife. Hello? I have the chills, dude. The chills are going up my back. You know what it just felt like? It felt like something just brushed my hair, and when I just felt it, it feels like my hair's sticking up a little bit right here, where it got brushed. I just pushed it down, but it felt like this was sticking up, like somebody brushed it.
There was something definitely in this room, but we couldn't tell what.
Hello? I'm going to introduce myself to the council. My name is Chris, and this is Isaiah. I have a device in my left hand. Look at. Some of these dots are blacked out. Like,
Oh, yeah, I see it.
you see where it's blacking out right now?
Where the chair is?
Yeah.
On the camera, where the chairs are, there is no gray lights.
Really?
Looking back on camera, you can see an outline where the chairs were. Could this have been a council member or even their attachment to the chairs?
Jesse, are you in here? I'm coming up here. They said there was a lot of secrets up here. You guys would share stuff and talk about stuff. You want to tell me some things?
Remember, she said that they're very particular about time in here.
Oh, the clock!
I gotta chill up my spine.
Is that a whistle?
Jeez.
I did. I heard something go.
Trying to whistle at us? Let us know to go somewhere?
I got an idea.
What? I wanted to sit down.
Yeah, sit down in one of those chairs.
Oh, this might make him really happy. Well, when I sat down, I don't know if it's just me being exhausted, but I don't think it is. But I got like really lightheaded.
I'll sit down with you. I'll sit in this chair.
Are we supposed to be sitting in these?
Dude,
What?
it felt like someone pushed my back.
No way.
Like, not, I didn't feel it against my back, but like the back of my leather jacket, I felt something go like that to my jacket.
That's cool. Was that you? Are we not supposed to be sitting in these chairs? Show us where we're supposed to be sitting. I don't know where I'm supposed to sit. If you don't want us sitting here, show us where we're supposed to sit.
With so much ground to cover, we decided to make our way to the basement.
All right, we're leaving. We'll be back. Oh. Do you feel that air?
The air just got lighter.
Yeah, that's weird. It just felt like we walked out of another zone. Now we are heading to the part that I have been waiting for. We're going down to the basement. Now what makes the basement so exciting is it used to be used as a morgue. So we're going to go down there. We're going to use the same devices we used upstairs. We're going to head down there and see if we can get any evidence and see if it's any more spookier than the upstairs. To the heart of the morgue. How do you feel down here, Isaiah?
Smells funny.
It didn't smell like this earlier.
No, it didn't.
Hello? Boy, this room feels weird.
One really creepy thing that she had said that would traumatize me is the bee hooks
Yeah.
to hang people.
It's spooky. It's spooky as shit in this basement.
And then be locked down here with bodies hanging.
I usually am pretty cool in basements. I don't know why this basement is like, it feels like I don't want to go any further because of how weird it feels. But I'm going to press on. God, I just feel like any second something's going to jump out at my face.
That's the entrance to the morgue where they would roll the bodies in.
Whoa!
There it is, there it is.
There it is. Oh my God, do you feel that cold breeze on the back of your neck?
Yeah, I felt it as I entered the...
Dude, oh my God, I feel a cold breeze back on my neck. I mean, it's like a rush of cold air. And it's gone, and it stopped.
Yep.
Could the breeze and the K2 spikes be from the bodies who have passed through this mortuary?
I'm here to talk to you. Is it spiking again?
Yeah.
I feel like, because they're talking about how this room was blocked off, I feel like that's where they stored the bodies. Look, 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 look.
Oh my gosh. That is a lot more than it was earlier.
Yeah.
Like, that's more solid.
Dude, my hand feels cold. My hand, like where I'm holding this, it feels cold. Is this you right now? Are you touching my hand? Put your hand right here. You don't feel that?
No.
It's like so cold. And what was weird was it felt like something was like moving up my arm. I feel like that's where the bodies were put.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I think they were put. Was
Down there.
look at the K2.
Yeah, it's a weird split level.
Yeah, why would it be split level than other way to store caskets, right? I mean, you would think you'd put them in there. The tension just dies down so much as you leave. Yeah, as you walk out, it just feels like It's just, whew. Gotta take a deep breath from that one.
After going through the building and sensing the intensity with the EMF detector, it was time to bring out heavier equipment.
You notice how we're breaking communication, so it's getting more active, it's getting more lively now? That's because we've broken that barrier of communication. Dude, there's a breeze right here. Do you feel that breeze?
Yeah. And it's coming from upstairs.
Of course it is. So right now we have a SB7 spirit box. This is personally one of my favorite pieces of equipment because you can get real-time, lifetime answers, which I really like. We're going to, dude, I feel that breeze. Like, it feels like wind.
Yeah.
We're going to walk around, see if we can get any communication. We're going to start upstairs, and then last we'll go to the basement.
The energy only became more and more intense as time went on.
Power on.
Now in SB7
7 mode. So Molly told us that you guys are still learning how to use these devices. I heard someone, or it sounded like it said right here. This device in my right hand, you guys can speak through this device. Really?
Yeah.
Yes, you can speak through this device. Going up?
We had obviously caught some attention, but of what or whom? We then continued toward the stairs.
You want us to come upstairs? Did you hear that? What happened? You look like you saw a ghost, literally. You're freaking out. You're freaking me out. What happened?
When I saw the figure out of the corner of my eye, I was immediately filled with an intense force pushing me out of the room. The figure I had saw seemed female. Was this force from one of the secretaries showing they no longer wanted me in there?
All right, we're coming upstairs. Hello? Can you tell me your name? Do you guys know who Molly is? I don't know why I keep thinking I see something in there. I see you looking in there too. Is there anybody over here? Can you tell me what this building was used for? All right, we're coming up. That blank shit. The blank shit, how it just stops, it's weird. I hope we get responses in here. That's what I'm hoping for. No? Maybe that's the woman that's protective of this place. Hello! How are you this evening? Can you guys tell me what this room was used for? What did you do in here? This is a really big building. Like, I'm looking at, like, how it's all so much taller than the other buildings. Does anybody want to come communicate with me right now? How many of you are in here? It's really quiet. It's weird that that bottom floor was the most talkative. All right, well, we're gonna leave now since nobody wants to talk. It doesn't feel as heavy in there now. That was a voice. Wow! That was a full sentence.
Here we get two voices. One sounds like a woman saying, "Leave it." And the second sounds like a man saying something, but we can't make out what he's saying. Leave a comment down below on what you think he's saying.
So right now we are taking the spirit box into the basement, SB7 spirit box. I feel in this whole building that is where a lot of the energy is, in the room where they would hang the dead bodies on the meat hooks. I don't know what it is. I just feel a lot of tension down there. So we're going to see if we can get any intelligent responses on the SB7. I can't see anything. Did you hear that? That's the same voice twice in a row. Yes, we're here to investigate. Do you know how to use this device in my right hand? I don't think so. That just said I don't think so. Well, all you have to do is talk into this device and we can hear you.
Okay.
What is your name? That answered me. What did that just say? Do you like what they've done with the building?
Were these three voices from the same group? The first voice we can't quite make out. But the second one to us sounds like, I've been here. I've been. And the third sounds like, die here. It just progressively rattled us to the bone until the drop in our hearts of what it said next.
Maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong, but it sounded like it said I died.
Yeah, either that or I'm excited.
Yeah, I would agree with you.
Run?
Run?
It sounded like run.
Why do you want us to run? Oh, dude, I'm fucking spooked now. Did you die here?
Heck yeah.
Heck, that's what it sounded like.
Saying run because you want to run out of here?
That awkward silence is freaky. Okay, I have to do this. Do you want to talk to Isaiah? Oh, dude, I just got a cold breeze right here.
Yeah.
Do you feel that cold breeze? Did you hear that voice?
Yeah.
And she said they crawl up here, the ghost hunters, didn't she? Oh my God, did you hear that?
Whatever was down in the basement with us seemed to be very defensive, but this voice might not have been with the men we may have been talking to. There's not a solid consensus of what she said. It could have been, move closer, who goes there, or I'm perfect. Let us know what you hear in the comments below.
What was this room used for? Hello, that said hello. Hello? My name is Chris. What's your name? All right, we're going to go back upstairs. Is there anything you want to say to us before we go back up? All right, everybody. We are headed upstairs. So we're getting to the end of the night, and we are going to go to basically the hot spots that we've found that have the most activity in this building. I am going to bring the EVP recorder upstairs, and then we are going to test the REM pod. I have an ITC Research REM pod. And then we actually have something that is different. I'm not saying it's real. I'm not saying that it's legitimate. It's something that we're testing. So I wanted to try something that somebody sent me. They're called spirit dice. The rule is you put them in your hand, you ask a spirit a question, and then you throw the dice in the ground and see if it spells out a word, or some of these have yes and no on them. We're going to give this a try, see if it works. So first what we're going to do is we're going to head upstairs to the 3rd floor, because that was where we had a good majority of the activity. And then we are going to go to the basement, and then that will be probably the end of the night for us. And as we rise, we rise. So right now we're going to try the experiment I was talking about. Like I said, I don't know how legit this is, but it's just fun. It's just fun sometimes experimenting with new equipment. So I got the dice in my hand. Let's try calling out to them. If there are any spirits in here, I feel a cold breeze on my head.
Yeah, I feel it.
You feel that?
Coming from the doorway.
Yep, yeah. If there's any spirits in here, I have these dice in my hand. Now, hopefully you guys can communicate with me. All you have to do is when I roll the dice, I'm going to roll them on the floor. But before I do it, I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to say, are you here? Once I roll them, you can turn the dice to spell words out, yes or no. You can manipulate these to spell anything you want, your name. So I'm going to ask a question. Are you in this room? I don't see anything. All right, I'm going to ask again. Is there anybody in this room with us?
No.
Could this have been the spirits being sassy with us?
Wait. I see something. Hold on. D, E, V, O, N. Now, it could be chance. But it kind of is weird that we got... it could be chance. I'm not saying it's real. I'm just saying it said Devin. I heard the name Devin. Now, what I was told was when it spells the name, you use the remaining, and then if nothing happens, then you restart again. Devin, are you here with us? Can you tell me your name? No way, is it?
D-E-V-O-N.
Oh my God, it is. No, again, I'm skeptical, but that is interesting. I don't know. I like it.
That light just flickered. Yeah, I saw that.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
That was weird.
Yeah, it just got a little darker.
Oh, wait.
Weird.
I will admit, getting Devin twice was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
That was kind of interesting. I wonder if he's using the energy from the batteries. So I'm actually going to text the owner right now and ask her, is the name Devin heard a lot here? Devin, are you in this room with us? Yes.
Was Devin able to draw enough energy to talk to us, or may this have been just a coincidence?
This is kind of interesting, but I mean, let's work with that. Devin said he's here. Devin, can you hear me? Are you stuck here?
Yes. Again.
I,
See, it spelled that twice.
Is there anything we can do to help you? Veil? So I just texted the owner. She said, oh, that's a new one to me. It's not like it came through one time. Would be, what, the fourth time we've heard it?
Once we stopped getting responses from the spirit dice, we took to the EVP recorder and REM pod, but we were having technical issues with the EVP recorder, and we got absolutely no response from the REM pod.
I'll be honest, when we first did the spirit dice, and we got the name Devin twice, I felt a little something, and then I felt it, and then it kind of just evaporated almost. Yeah, I'm thinking we're gonna head down to the basement. We'll tamper with this EVP recorder. We'll see what's going on with it. I would say we really need to get an EVP recorder down there specifically. All right, guys, so this is really interesting, and I thought I would do a short clip of this because I was absolutely shocked when I heard this. So we were turning off a setting on our EVP recorder, and we're in our break area. This is just the bar area. And I was doing a test to see if the setting was shut off. After I did my test and I said every 10 seconds, there's a faint whisper after my voice that says it's not me. I'm gonna play it and I want you to listen to it. Every 10 seconds. Now, I'll play it again.
Let's do it. Every 10 seconds.
That's fucking crazy. So there's a spirit sitting right here. Wait. Every 10 seconds. It's not me. What does that mean?
Maybe they're saying that they weren't messing with your stuff. The equipment.
Yeah.
Every
And when people say it's not real, tell me where that voice came from. Then the sky?
10 seconds.
No, it makes me
Every 10
want to
seconds.
listen to the rest of it.
Every 10 seconds.
See? Nothing.
10 seconds.
Explain
Let's do
this.
it. Every 10 seconds.
And then all the other intervals didn't do anything. After getting that amazing evidence, we then went down to the basement, but we got absolutely no answer from any of our questions in the basement. Whatever energy was here started dwindling.
No, I don't know. Are you recording? I don't know what kind of activity would be in here. Okay, let's try this. All right, my name is Chris. We have not been in here yet to speak with you. Okay, my name is Chris. We are now coming in here to speak with you. If there's anybody in here, I have a device in my right hand. It allows you to communicate with me so I can hear you. Can you speak into this device in my right hand? Can you tell me how many spirits are in this room with me right now? How old are you? Why do you want to stay in this building? All right, let's try this.
Can you speak into this device in my right hand? Can you tell me how many spirits are in this room with me right now? How old are you? Why do you want to stay in this building? All right, let's try this.
Whatever it is, it's not wanting to interact anymore.
That's what I feel. I feel
The top and the bottom, and it's just stopped interacting altogether.
I feel whatever's here is done. That's what I feel. I feel whatever's here is done interacting. I think we should try the bar. All right, we're sitting at the bar. Is there anybody here that wants to talk to us? Is there anybody sitting in here? How many people are in this room right now? We're going to leave soon. This is your last chance to speak with us and communicate. So now is your opportunity.
Is there anybody here that wants to talk to us? Is there anybody sitting in here? How many people are in this room right now? We're going to leave soon. This is your last chance to speak with us and communicate. So now is your opportunity.
I don't get this.
That was while we were trying to test something.
Every 10 seconds.
So I would say this is a wrap up on the investigation. This was a really good ghost hunt. I think Isaiah would agree with me. This place was a lot of fun. There was energy in the basement, like crazy. You guys know and we know there's all types of voices that we capture on our camera's recorder. So we have evidence, we could have evidence that we don't even know that we have yet.
We've gotten voices from the spirit box.
Yeah, I would agree with you. Run!
And the EVP recorder. We've seen plenty of EMF spikes.
Can you see that? Are you standing in front of me right now?
And even got the name Devin to show up multiple times on our spirit dice.
D-E-V-O.
It was fun to learn the history of this Elk'S Lodge, and I'm sure there's more we haven't even uncovered yet. Let us know in the comments what your favorite part was, what we could improve, and even what you might have caught that we hadn't. Make sure to like, subscribe, and check out our other videos. We'll see you in the next hunt. This is Chris and Lige, signing off.